Hey there guys, CrossFlux here, and welcome back to Let's Play Teslagrad. This is kind of a bonus episode of sorts, if you will. I plan on showing the quote-unquote normal ending to the game after you beat the king without all the scrolls in the game. So, if we'll see here, now that I've started the game up, you'll notice that I'm missing 2 scrolls. So therefore, once I take the king out this time, I should get a slightly different ending. And I'm going to display the credits and all that this time and kind of give my overall thoughts about the game and the experience of the Let's Play as a whole at the end. So, let me go ahead and speed up through the fight with the king real quick, and I'll meet you guys back at the end of it. Once more, the king is down for the count. So the cutscene that follows is kind of triggered in a similar fashion. The kid picks up the crown and kind of reminisces about everything that's sort of happened, except without the full history of the Teslamancers and his people in his head. He comes to a slightly different conclusion about what to do with the crown sword here. Obviously, if you recall, the true ending shows that the kid keeps the crown and decides to try and rebuild Teslagrad and perhaps all of Electropia with Teslamancers coming back. But here we'll see that he comes to a slightly different conclusion. So, it would seem that the kid decided that the power was too great. Perhaps he saw the crown sword as kind of the catalyst that caused the evil, which was the wrong conclusion, obviously, since that wasn't the true ending. But kind of funny, according to what I've kind of read online, and also according to my own conclusions that I drew when I first played through this game, I kind of thought that the true ending and the normal ending should have been swapped. I thought that the regular ending should have been him keeping the crown, and that the true ending should have been him throwing it away, because I kind of drew the wrong conclusions about it as well. Because if you kind of look at during the true ending, when the kid puts on the crown, he kind of gives like a weird smirk face, which when I first played through the game, I kind of took that to meaning as the crown took over the kid and he was going to use the power to kind of take over as king and stuff. Which, that was true, he decided to keep the power. but he wasn't going to use the power in the same way that the king before him did. He was going to use it to rebuild the kingdom. But I don't know, I guess when I first saw the cutscene, I thought it had taken control over him too. And so I thought that the right thing to do would have been to throw the crown away. But I guess the more I think about it, the more the endings are correct the way that they currently are. It makes more sense that since the kid knows everything about the Teslamancers, he knows that the power isn't what corrupted. It was the king's own foolishness, his own evil that was in his own heart that caused him to go evil. It wasn't the crown's fault. The crown was just the power that he used, but the evil originated in himself. So yeah, that's kind of enough of me blabbering on about the endings to the game. Here's the credits to the game. I really like it because they kept it in the same style that the majority of the cutscenes in the game are in, kind of puppet style and whatnot. But yeah, Teslagrad as a whole is probably one of my favorite games that I've played. Yes, it may be short, but I think that shortness is actually good. I'm not really sure what else you could add to the story without making it feel like it was beginning to drag its toes in the mud or anything like that. I suppose not cutting the little backstory to the king's sister and the head Teslamancer's wife. If you could have left that part in, I think the story still would have felt pretty complete without feeling like it was taking too long. But for what was there, it was definitely concise and really well told. I think the really big thing about what made this game work for me is just how the story was told. Not so much the story itself, because the story itself is honestly not that original. I mean, it's different enough from other stories similar to it, but in my opinion, most stories have already been pretty much done to death. It's in the execution and the characters that really make a good story for me. And in this case, Teslagrad told its story through gameplay and through its environment almost perfectly. I think if they had dialogue boxes and text boxes and just, you know, kind of what mostly JRPGs do in terms of telling a story, it would have worked. But I don't think it worked as well, or I don't think it would have worked as well as if they had told the story the way that they currently did. And so just all those attention to details, the very tiny stuff that's in the background, the musical cues, everything about the environment of the game really immersed me into the story and really got me invested into it. If I had to have any more complaints about the game, I'd say that some of the challenges were a little too much trial and error, and there were quite a few leaps of faiths in the game in order to get some secrets. So I'm not really sure what you could do to really fix that. I'm not a professional game designer, and I'm not a professional game critique or analyst either. So definitely take my opinion as a grain of salt, because that's exactly what it is. It's just my opinion. I have personally found this game to be one of the best platformers that I've played. That doesn't necessarily mean it is the best. I guess that's really all I've really need to say about Teslagrad itself. As far as the Let's Play goes, I feel like looking back on it, I could have done a lot of stuff better. But I understand this is my first Let's Play, so things are going to be a little rough around the edges. And unless I wanted to redo the entire Let's Play from scratch, there's not really much I could do about making it more professional or anything. So I think I'm going to leave it for now. I mean, if I can't get any better, I mean, I have to not be perfect for me to improve. So I hope to improve for you guys even better in the future, and I hope that you'll stick around as you continue to watch some of my future Let's Plays that I have in store. So thanks so much for watching this one in particular. Hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next parts.